Welcome to this video which looks at the top 5 changes in the latest NetFort software release. My name is Darragh Delaney from NetFort. First change in the latest version of LAN Guardian is a new install wizard. So once you assign an IP address when you boot up, whether it's a virtual or physical machine, you got a simple 3-step configuration wizard. First one, just tick the box to continue on. Next one, it's found that it's on the network and it's got access to the internet. If it doesn't, you can specify proxy service here, so all is well. So we just go next. This is probably the coolest part here. It checks the interfaces. So we need 2 interfaces, one that's for management and one for a sensor. So here it's actually finding that we're getting traffic on our sensor port, which is good. We're getting about 1.5 megabits per second of data. So that's working, so I don't need to go troubleshooting cables or what's plugged into what. I'm getting traffic through. So then we click finish and we log on. So the default password is set to administrator and we log on, and that's it, we're done. So we got some greeting here, we can dismiss, and we're up and running. So that's the first of the changes in this version. The next change in this release I want to talk about is the way configuration is set up, or the way you maintain the system. So as with previous versions, you click the gear symbol, but if you go into settings, for example, there's a lot more structure here. So here we've got configuration, modules, maintain the database, set up alerting, updates, and so on. So if you go in here, you can change IP address, tweak the settings, so everything's in one place. And we've made it much easier to find things in here. Probably the 2 most common things people do is they do a tweak alerting, maybe change settings, or for example tweak the identity settings. So that's all here now on the configuration page. Dashboards have been completely redesigned in this version. So you can still add and edit dashboards just like you could before. But when you click between dashboards, the load time is almost instantaneous. So there's no waiting around for elements to load up. Just you've got your dashboard straight away. Now you can change the sort order as well in the dashboard. So for example, I want to move network traffic over here to the left. I want to make that my primary dashboard. So you click on the edit, select the dashboard and just move it over. Just save that. And you can also, as before, you can change or add elements to the dashboards. You can change the widths here. To add an element, you simply type in the report you're looking for. So I want the configure one. Press save. Now I've got my extra element down here. Network security is number 2. Network traffic now I've promoted here to my first dashboard. You can go full screen mode here as well, just like previously. Report layout has also been changed. The filters are now shown on the left hand side. You got a graphic and you got your table. Now you can switch the graphic off and you can even hide the filters, so you have a full screen view of the report contents. When you run a report, you can have instant access to downloading it, sending it as an email, or printing it off. And you can still drill down as before. So for example, if I go into file share traffic here, I can drill down, let's say, on whatever interesting thing I see, and you have the option here then to look at getting the username. Just click on it, and now I can get Laura and Helen here in my report. The other change is the way the filters work here on the left hand side. So we have the main filter shown, but if you want to filter even more, do more advanced things, just click the show more and you can play around with all the filters for this report. The date selection here is cool. You can move the sliders up and down, select the date, time, minutes, hours. It's very, very easy. Works very well as on a touch screen as well. Other actions, you got your integration options here, and you can trend or you can make a copy of reports. So again, reports have been overhauled. Everything you need to do with reports is now available within the report screen itself. By far the biggest change in this release is the way the search works. Previously you had a separate search type dashboard. You did have a search field here at the top as well. But everything has now been brought into a single search. So it's multi-purpose. So first thing you can do is if you just click on the search, you get a list of all reports available in the system. Now these reports are also available here by clicking on all reports. We've actually reorganized them. You got security, bandwidth, etc. But you can access them here too. Or if you're unsure, just type in the name of a report. So for example, traffic. Here's a list of all reports, but let's say total traffic might be one I'm interested in, and I can run the report. Clicking on the little down arrow here on this search introduces some fields. So for example, if I want to find out who's on Facebook, and over the last 24 hours, I just can go run the report, and now I can see total amount of traffic, what clients been on Facebook. You can even see some URL activity there. Let's go back to the home page. So you can do searches based on users, file names, or websites. Now you can even type in an IP address here directly. So for example, if I put in 10.1.1.97, just press return, it works out that that's an IP address. And I can do some forensics on this IP address. When you drill down on an IP or username or whatever variable you're using in the search, we give you three options here. So with an IP address, we got a troubleshooting view which shows us for this IP, traffic associated with it, top connections, MAC address associated with this IP, files accessed by this IP, more file share information by clicking on that there, and any internet activity associated with that. I don't see any. It's actually a server, so it doesn't surprise me. So let's go back to the home page again. So you can type in an IP directly or click the down arrow here, and you can select, well, use an IP, user, file, website search. So the previous search page is now available here through this new consolidated search option. So click on it, you get reports, click the down arrow, you can filter, or just type in an IP address, for example, directly, and you can do forensics or troubleshooting on a particular IP address.